Ari, Kaden, Darmius, Renee, Sabik, Spot, Shenzi, Korra, NYX, Andiki, Firoza, Igna, Fumiko, and Gabriel to my knowledge belong to one of the 7 main dorms in NRC. Ren, Suki, Akio, and Cameron are Ramshackle students. Akio and Cameron are next-gen Ramshackle. Sage, Jasper, and Horacia are not students. Sage is a therapist, and Japsar and Horacia are like Kroll's sisters in a sense. Jay, Nico, and Teruya are RSA Ocs. Jay is the only one twisted from a Disney character, Jasmine. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Andiki runs away from the cornucopia. Sabik grabs a sword. She really went I will do my duty and fight. Korra and Cameron fight for a bag. Korra gives up and retreats. Jasper grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Igna runs away from the cornucopia. Darmius runs away from the cornucopia. Kaden, Horacia, Gabriel, and NYX share everything they gathered before running. False Gabriel would share nothing. Ren and Shenzi fight for a bag. Shenzi gives up and retreats. Poor Shenzi. Teruya runs away with a lighter and some rope. Firoza runs away from the cornucopia. Akio runs away from the cornucopia. Nico runs away from the cornucopia. Spot runs away from the cornucopia. Nico and Spot are kinda on brand. Ari, Renee, and Jay work together to get as many supplies as possible. Suki kills Fumiko with a sickle. Suki do be vicious huh. Sage runs away from the cornucopia. Sage noped out of there as fast as he could. LMAO, Akio and Horacia work together for the day. Firoza travels to higher ground. Sabik receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Ren hunts for other tributes. Ren went back to their old ways. Oh no, Renee is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Nico receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Sage is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Kaden diverts Andiki's attention and runs away. Jasper questions her sanity. Oh no Jasper, Igna and Darmius work together to drown Jay. NRC Ox do be ruthless. Spot hunts for other tributes. Ari cannot handle the circumstances and commits unalive. It's been a day honey no. Cameron overhears Tsuki and Teruya talking in the distance. NYX forces Gabriel to kill Shenzi or Korra. He decides to kill Korra. Gabriel can fuck himself. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Fumiko, J. Ari, Korra, Darmius and Sabik tell stories about themselves to each other. Kaden and Renee talk about the tributes still alive. NYX strangles Igna with a rope. NYX went I may be a healer but. Suki goes to sleep. Teruya cries himself to sleep. He just wants to see Ruggy. Shenzi, Firoza, Cameron, and Gabriel tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Jasper and Nico sleep in shifts. Akio strangles Horacia after engaging in a fist fight. Andiki thinks about home. Sage quietly hums. Ren screams for help. Poor Ren. Spot starts a fire. Sage explores the arena. Cameron tends to Tsuki's wounds. Cameron, it's too early in your arc for that. NYX attacks Sabik, but she manages to escape. Sabik went not today bitch. Andiki and Shenzi work together for the day. Spot chases Teruya. Nico sets Akio on fire with a Molotov. Nico, you don't need to be so ruthless fuck. Darmius picks flowers. Ren hunts for other tributes. Gabriel, Kaden, and Firoza hunt for other tributes. Renee collects fruit from a tree. Jasper tries to sleep through the entire day. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Igna, Horacia, Akio, Nico sets up camp for the night. Cameron climbs a tree to rest. Teruya begs for Ren to kill him. He refuses, keeping Teruya alive. Thank you Ren for no killing your brother. Sabik is awoken by nightmares. Jasper falls into a pit and dies. Poor Jasper. Kaden accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. On brand according to his creator. Suki sees a fire, but stays hidden. Firoza and Gabriel huddle for warmth. Renee kills Darmius with his own weapon. Darmius' creator was sad. Shenzi lets NYX into his shelter. Sage tends to Spot's wounds. Andiki accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Teruya, Sabik, Shenzi, and Ren hunt for other tributes. NYX bashes Tsuki's head in with a mace. NYX the fuck no not Tsuki. Cameron steals from Sage while he isn't looking. Fuck you Cameron you little shit. Nico receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Gabriel tries to sleep through the entire day. Renee receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Spot tries to sleep through the entire day. Firoza accidentally steps on a landmine. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Jasper, Kaden, Darmius, and Ikitsuki. Firoza Ren thinks about winning. Sage and Nico huddle for warmth. Spot tries to treat his infection. Cameron tries to treat his infection. NYX starts a fire. Sabik sets up camp for the night. Gabriel and Shenzi hold hands. Shenzi would kill him before holding his hand. Teruya falls into a pit and dies. Poor boy just wanted to see Ruggy again. Renee receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Gabriel tends to Ren's wounds. Ren would rather die than let Gabriel tend to his wounds. Renee and Sabik work together for the day. Cameron camouflages himself in the bushes. Nico thinks about home. Shenzi diverts Spot's attention and runs away. NYX makes a wooden spear. Sage receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Teruya. Spot is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Sabik tries to sing herself to sleep. Shenzi and Sage hold hands. NYX and Ren huddle for warmth. Nico thinks about winning. Renee lets Gabriel into her shelter. Killers working together. Cameron cries himself to sleep. Good. Sage searches for firewood. Sabik begs for Gabriel to kill her. He refuses, keeping Sabik alive. Cameron overhears Ren and NYX talking in the distance. Renee defeats Shenzi in a fight, but spares his life. Nico practices her archery. Spot receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. No deaths. Cameron destroys Spot's supplies while he is asleep. Ren, Nico, and Shenzi sleep in shifts. Sabik quietly hums. Renee passes out from exhaustion. NYX defeats Gabriel in a fight, but spares his life. NYX, you little shit. Sage accidentally steps on a landmine. Sage, no. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Renee snaps Sabik's neck. Sabik, no. Renee, you monster. Shenzi kills Ren with a hatchet. Shenzi, you little shit. Gabriel decides not to go to the feast. NYX falls into a pit and dies. On brand. Nico decides not to go to the feast. Cameron gathers as much food into a bag as he can before fleeing. Spot accidentally steps on a landmine. Shenzi, Nico, Renee, and Gabriel raid Cameron's camp while he is hunting. Cameron deserves it. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Sage, Sabik, Ren, NYX. Spot. Cameron accidentally steps on a landmine. Ha! Renee, Nico, and Shenzi cheerfully sing songs together. Gabriel accidentally steps on a landmine. Good. Renee is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Nico steals from Shenzi while he isn't looking. Yes, Nico, avenge your sibling with stealing. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cameron, Gabriel, Shenzi, and Renee huddle for warmth. Nico receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Renee stabs Shenzi with a tree branch. Nico accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Renee wins from being a backstabber, and surprisingly only killing